So this is the input of a string, and then I want the output to be printed like A, 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 B, 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 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Oh, I see. So we have letters, and then the number that's followed by the letter signifies the amount of how many more times this letter will appear in our output string, because A2 means 3 A's, Z2 translates into 3 Z's, and B4 translates into 4 B's. Okay,
Yep.
okay, let's start writing a function. So this function will take an input, something like our input string. And it's expected to, after some operations, it's expected to return an output string. So now we have to create a roadmap of how to get there. Let's see.
Right.
We can loop through that string. First of all, we can convert that string into a list, so it's a little bit easier to iterate over it. And for that, we can split the string using strsplit. Let me get started on that. I'm not sure if it was the exact syntax, but what I'm trying to achieve with the line of code is to split up those characters.
Yeah, then you can just remove the string equal to, and then use like a string input string dot split, and then that will do based upon whatever you want to do it. And then you can print it, because I don't remember everything. So if you feel like you want to see the result of this one, you can put it into a variable or print it.
Okay, so I can let me create an input string just to test first. So this would be our input string. Let me comment this out first. Print. Oh, it says empty separator. Oh, I see. Maybe like this. Oh, great. Great. Okay. So let's uncomment this and wait. So this got returned as a list by default, or I wonder if I need to convert it to the list using this syntax.
Why do you want to convert this into a list?
To iterate over it, it's a little bit easier to iterate over a list using the for loop.
There should not be any difference iterating over the list or the string. You can iterate the string as well.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. Sorry. String split. Okay. I should probably save it into a variable. So for for item in my string. And now we can create a conditional statement which, when it iterates over the string, it compares if it's a letter or a number. So if it is a letter, we move on to the next character, and if the character is a number, we compare it to this previous character and return number of characters corresponding to a number. So let me write some placeholder code just to get started on this.
Okay.
If item is like a character, continue as int. Let's see. If item is int. So this is the time when we compare this item to a previous item. Item is an integer. Let's see. So we will address the elements of this array by index. So it would be something like and we compare it to. So this is how we would address a character with a subsequent character by index of its position in the array. So
no, so I don't understand what is I here.
It's just the number of the place that the character takes in this array.
So what will be the value of I?
Value of I would be the index of the elements place in the array. Here it would be like the current position, and here will be the next position.
Okay.
Let's see. Continue. And if item is a string, so we have to look at the value of an item. If item happens to be an integer, and I will have to find a way to somehow address the previous element. If item is an integer. Or so I have to get the value of this item, which happens to be an integer. So it would be out equals item item times the item. There has to be a better way of addressing a preceding character.
So what do you want to check the next character or the previous character?
Previous character, because what it appears to be based on the input-output sequence. See, A2 means this character will be followed by two A's. So I just have to take this 2 and return 2 of those A's after the first A.
Yeah, then then you can do that by using the I-1, right? That will be the previous character.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it would be item multiplied of the something like my string of the I-1 type of thing. So this is our item, which is integer. So we take it and multiply it. But we cannot multiply string by an integer. Let me test something out. I just don't remember if the sequence works. So if we have like a list A times 5. Just comment this out for a moment.
So what you are trying to do here? What is A?
I'm trying to see if multiplication will return 5 A's.
So for that one, first of all, A you need to have like this, and then maybe try to convert that into integer, and then try to run it now.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
perfect. So now, so our item would be and item and my string of I-1. And we could also create an empty list that we would append to. And now so output string equals append. So now we have to figure out what to append to this output string. So it would be, we have to append that character that we had before, and then the amount of characters that we multiplied by an integer. So it's that some string. It's just a pseudocode for right now.
Okay.
So
can you try to run a use case where you pass the input string and then output and see if it is working fine?
yeah. Let me just try this first. Output string. Let's just see what it returns. Oh, we need this. Oh, my string, yeah, of course. Well, let me test out this function. Let's run this again. Oh, anti-separator, really? Oh, that's right. It returns an empty list. So my return statement could be indented incorrectly, or there's something wrong with the for loop.
Can you try to debug?
Yes. Oh, if item is string, we instead of continuing, we should return that string. We should append that string to the output string. And we append this item. Now that it's appended, and then afterwards we continue, because the moment it sees the string, the loop might stop executing on this first character. So my prediction is this code would probably return just A, because it would find the string and append it to the empty list, and it would return the list A. So we need a continue clause after this.
Okay.
It still returns an empty string. Maybe the return statement is out of place. It returns none. Okay, I'm a little bit stuck. I'm not sure. It must.
Okay, so
It must.
okay, so Yeah, let's print out this one and see what it is doing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it has printed you this, which means this will consider as a single character, because if it is going in the list, if you look through this list, it will only work for I0 because this is all in a single word, right?
Oh, yes, we need to
And
split
if
up.
you just,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you, so you are running here in for my these things, right? If I run for item in input string,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and
Yes.
then I say print item, remove this one so you know that what is happening, and then so then you are treating one character at a time. So what is the harm in like iterating through the string itself instead of like converting this into an input string? You
Oh,
know what I'm saying? You want to iterate through A to Z to B4, right?
yes.
So you don't need to do actually this my string. You can directly do for item in input string and then it will iterate through.
Oh, okay. Let me comment this out.
Yep.
Let's see.
So yeah.
Oh, input string. Instead of input string, yeah, this is not necessary either. Oh, yeah. So instead of we'll have to get rid of the my string. Okay. So now at least we can. Okay. So now we have the output string, input string, print item. So it looks like it's printing out this
Yeah,
print
so
statement
you
is
don't need to
executed.
iterate this. Yeah, so this you don't need to iterate through twice. So I'm removing this input string, this
Mm-hmm.
one. So now, oops, yeah, now you have my, okay, for item in input string, and then what you are doing is, you are saying if item is a string, what do you mean by the item is a string? A string is a type. So what are you trying to check here?
If yeah, string. I shouldn't be calling it a string. I'm trying to determine if it's just like a character, if it's a int, or if it's an integer or not an integer. For item and input string.
Okay, so
And we can do if
you can
item.
use,
Yeah.
so if you want to check this item, then you can say that if item is numeric.
Is numeric, yes, exactly. Thank you. I forgot about that syntax. Yeah, if item is numeric, then we just. Oh wait, no. If
So actually
item.
you want to append when the item is not numeric, which means it is like character or alphanumeric, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then also in the output string, why do you have list? You want to return as string. So yeah, so take a look on that.
Oh yeah, because like output string is right now in a list format, so this would return a list, but we don't want the list to be returned, so can I do like an empty string?
Yeah, you can use it as an empty string.
Okay, and are we allowed to append to strings? I believe append is only the list operation.
Yeah, append is not allowed into the string. So how you will add that string?
I would concatenate empty string and that new string. So I would do output string just plus out. So output string, it would be plus equals out. Okay, so we have the empty string. Let me check what this code returns. Of course. So output string will be plus equals item. And then we continue. And then A, Z, B. Okay, well, it doesn't return an error anymore, but the code doesn't do what we want it to do. It just eliminated numbers and duplicates. So it's somewhere we have to debug here.
You have okay.
Mhm.
And why do you have this continue? What do you mean by this continue?
Because I was afraid that the loop would stop executing on the first character, but now that I'm thinking about it, it would only be the case if it was a list. So we might not need that.
Yes, let's remove that. But that will not resolve your issue which you are facing. So then what is happening here is you loop through, and then wherever it is finding the character, so you found it loops through this here for item in input string, so it is loop through, found A, it is not numeric, which means this executed, so if a statement will take that one, put it into the output string. When it comes to 2, I don't know what you are doing here in the elif statement, and then why it is a elif statement, because you have either character or non-character.
Oh, then we can just do the else statement, which would.
So then it went to Z and did the same thing, and B and 4. So that is where your output is showing A, Z, and B, which means it is ignoring the numeric value. So I don't know why you have a elif statement, and then what do you mean by item is in int?
If it's integer, yeah, I should just write it as the else statement, because if not numeric, the else statement would automatically mean that item is numeric. So instead of that,
then you can use just. Okay, so that is correct.
Oh, my string is, sorry about that. Oh, because it doesn't recognize the I because it's not a list. So to refer to the strings based on the position of their characters, the list.
Do you know how you can loop through the index as well as the item? Because here you are not looping through the index, you are looping through the item. Doesn't matter whether it is a string or list.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about enumerate?
Oh, enumerate. Yeah, but it gives the index and the item.
Yeah, so let's take that one and let's take the I as an index and item. Now try out. What do you want to try out?
Yeah, so if item is not numeric, then we add our item to our empty output string. But then otherwise, if item is numeric, then we take, then we just take our item. Let me see. Then we just take our item and we multiply it by I. Now we take for I an item. So we multiply our item by the value. Multiply our item by the value.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to multiply the preceding letter by that number.
So what you are getting here, what you will have here on int item, what it will be replaced here, you know?
I'm not entirely sure because I thought it would convert a string.
So let's go through this. Let's go through this. Let's go through this iteration, right? So for I item, so I becomes 0 first time and item become your first character, which is A in this list, right? In this string.
Yes.
And then you are saying if not item is in numeric, then add into your output string. Output string you have defined here. So then it found A and then executed this one, right?
Yes.
And then it moved to the next item, which is I become 1 and then item become 2. Then you are saying that out, I don't know what is that. Okay, so you are having out integer 2, so that is 2, and then output string you can do I minus 1 because I minus 1 is, like the before 2 it is A. So the previous character you want to multiply. If you multiply the previous character, that is what you want to do. So then it will do 2A and then you already have a 1A into output string, which will have this one. So if you run this, you have your output.
Oh.
Make sense?
Yeah. I get it now.
And then you might not even need, I don't know whether you want to do this way or you can just remove this like this so that, one liner is
so it's less lines.
lesser. And then